So in this video we will make this fist from scratch, which is my fist, my left fist, and we will be making it from sphere. Of course, you can make it from whatever, you can draw it, you can follow this video as well, as much as you want, the way you want it. So let's do it without too much words. Let's get started. I'm just fixing some stuff that I find. Yeah, for 1 hour it's difficult to make a decent fist, but this is what we came up with for 1 hour. So if you like it, just keep watching. And now we start with the fist. The fist, of course we will start, not of course, but first we will start symmetrically, because we'll need to make the overall form of the fist. And I will make my left fist because it's easier for me to look at it. So now examine the fist. I will squeeze it a little bit. So you see this arch here, pretty much an arch. Also from here you see how this knuckle is a little bit down. This is the most pronounced, the middle finger knuckle, and then they go down, very much down like here. So it's an arch again. This is also an arch, but in the same way, the pinky finger is more down, which we'll see if we'll do. But in this view, you see how this part of the fist has like the wrist and then a little bit protrusion, and this part has the wrist and a lot of going on here. So let's start here, and I will draw. I will just do everything. Let me see now. This, by the way, is kind of useful in these situations, this guy here, because it can show us where exactly we are. So now I will make the wrist, and this part, the upper part here, I try to make it as flat as possible. It should be flat, because the tendons and stuff, it's kind of flat. You see? Pretty flat. But of course, flat doesn't mean it doesn't have a curve, but in this direction, like this curve. Yes. So now I have an overall form which I can use, and yeah, I will use it by just taking off the symmetry. But let me just a little bit. Okay. Now without symmetry, I will go here, and I will always watch my fist. So let me see. Okay, my fist is like this. So this part will be more pronounced like this, because here is the thumb. And this part will be less pronounced, but still it will have a bit of a bump like this. This bump for the thumb is coming from a little bit below, and this is a little bit more upper. And here in here in the front, there is a little bit of an arch. It's not a huge arch in the front, as you can see. Can you see? But it's an arch still. Yeah. Okay. We of course will be able to adjust everything, no problem, in the course of the video. Now, how do we start? So in the upper part here, we have the middle finger knuckle, which is very important because it's a very, very important landmark in the hand as a whole. Why? Because we have one plane in here, and then one kind of a plane in here. And there is the middle finger knuckle is in the middle. It's not in the middle though. If you put it like this, it's more thumb size than in the middle. Still, it's kind of a landmark. Then we can, of course, I always, when I make fist, I start with the thumb. And the thumb, how to find out where the thumb is exactly. So let me draw it for you here. So now, first we have kind of a, I don't know if you can see this thing here, this thing, and then we have those tendons, two of them, going in this area of the thumb. And the thumb here, I draw it as a little bit of a squarish form. I will show you then. And you see, this is the fist from this area. And I will explain it to you how we do it. So this is kind of this thing that we see. These are other tendons that are more inside. So here we have kind of a indentation. And then here we start the thumb. And this part, the bottom part of the thumb, is more more inward, and here it's very easy because we start from here, and to around this area we have a straight line, and then above it, from here to here, we have a straight line too, and then this is the first knuckle of the thumb. You see, this is the knuckle of the index finger. This is the knuckle of the middle finger. It will be more up when we are done with it. Most of the time when we squeeze our fist, you see how the index finger is going a little bit upward than the other fingers. You see, it's visible like this. It's going a little bit more forward. So from this angle, we will probably see it going forward, and then knuckle, the knuckle of the index finger. Then the other fingers are not visible except for a little bit of the index, the middle finger. Now, here we probably will have the first knuckle of this finger, of the thumb, and then we will have the thumb going this way, and we will not look, this will not be visible. The last phalange here will not be visible. So this will be the thing. Then this finger will go like this, a very sharp angle here, and all the fingers will go sharp. But here we have some kind of a skin. Then we have some creases here and here, and it started to look like kind of a fist. So let's do it with our model. So, okay, here the first one, it will probably be how I found where this is. This is like, if we start from here, we go a line at about not 45 degrees angle, a little bit more vertical than 45, but around this area will be this phalange here. And then we go straight, you see. The good thing about drawing a fist or modeling a fist is that you have a fist of your own, and I always do the left fist because I'm right-handed, and I'm modeling with my right hand on my tablet, and I can always use my left hand as a reference, so I do a left hand fist. It's much more easier. And you see, this is a straight line here, this is also a straight line here, and this is not a straight line, it's kind of a indent line, see? But I will show you that. First, let's make sure we have this. Let's make the index finger going forward like this. All right. Very cool. And then we have to make more meat. We have to add more meat for the thumb here, because we cannot, engrave it in this form that we have made. We have to make it go like this, you know. So yeah, I'm not sure you got me, but we have to just make, in the sculpting you have to add sometimes clay or whatever, and I'm adding here so I can make it, and I'm adding very roughly, you know. It's nothing specific or, you know, detailed. It's very rough forms. So from here you can see that it's already kind of going somewhere. We have to see, we have to make this arch very pronounced. When I squeeze my fist, this arch is very, very, very pronounced. It's from here, it's going downward. So I'm making it so like from here it's going downward. So this is the pinky around this area. And if you notice, for the pinky, it's very important. The pinky, it's not the end of the fist. You see, pinky is here, its ends, and then we have more fist after the pinky ends. You look at their own fist and you will see how the pinky is going inward towards the other fingers. This is the line of the fingers, for example, here, and the pinky is going inward. It's not going downward, it's going to the other fingers a little bit. So, yes. And also what we have to do for the first part of the fist modeling is to just push here. Why? Because this part of the fist is, smaller than this part, the thumb part. You see, if you see it from here, you see how this part is this long, and this is we see the thumb part here, so the thumb part is more is bigger. Okay, all right. This I will move it more downward, because from here you see you will see how the pinky finger is much down. You see, it's like, you see the only thing, the upper part here is the index finger, then we see the ring finger, and then the pinky is much more down than the other fingers. So that's why I'm doing this. And of course this is when the fist is totally squeezed, so it's like fist, not like fist. Okay. This is very boring, this, and most people are drawing this or sculpting this, and this is super boring. I like to do this kind of fist, you know, very squeezed and very dramatic fist, which of course is making it look nicer, in my opinion, in my eyes. We'll see. We'll see what will happen. Probably you have already seen in the thumbnail and also in the intro, but yeah, I haven't seen. I've made a lot of other fists here to practice for this, and probably I will show them to you at some point, but we'll see. So now let's continue doing this. Now I made the thumb, as kind of make the thumb. It's not made yet, but I'm trying here to make this kind of a big thing here, the drum or whatever of the thumb, this thing. Yeah, I may not teach you how exactly to make the fist, but my goal here is to teach you how to, what things to watch for in a fist, and not only a fist, everything. You have to watch, you have to see the things, and that's the difficult part. For example, let me tell you a little story. When I started making the fist, I mean, I've made fists a while ago. I mean, I made fists, but now when I was training for this video, my first fists were okay. Every next fist was better, because I was always looking at my fist and I was noticing things, and every other fist I make, I was noticing things that I haven't before. So you need practice. You need a practice and constantly looking at models or at references in order to make it work for you, to get better. I always say that when I want to teach about something, for example, how to make a fist, or how to make a female body, or how to make a female head, I practice a lot. I research a lot. And I notice how I become better in an hour. I mean, I make a fist for an hour, for example, and when I start making the next fist, I'm a little bit better in making fists. And this is valid for everything. It's not just fists. So I think it's good. So now we have kind of a fist, and let's take this and make it a little bit more pronounced here. We have to make the knuckles. The knuckles, if we mark the knuckles where they are, we still haven't made Dynamesh. So now this is the sphere geometry yet, and it's too bad, especially in these directions, but in these places. But let's make the knuckles. They will give us this structure that we need. So I'm pushing between the knuckles, so I can find out where exactly are the knuckles. Yeah, so don't make this knuckle too much on the side, you know. So it's here on it's the end, of course, but you have something a little bit, you know. You see, let me see. Okay, now you see, it's not exactly completely at the end. It's a little bit inward, and we have this tendon going down, stuff like this. We have to be able to do it. Okay, I will do the separation between the fingers, and I will pay you attention for something in the separation, but not now. So our fist is starting to take shape. It's not perfect yet. It's far from perfect. It probably will be far from perfect even at the end, but it will be something. Let's make this indentation that I drew before, that I showed you. And this, most of the things from the side, you should be kind of straight. Also here, when you squeeze our fist, here, those two tendons that I talk about, they have a little bit of a indentation between them, okay? And they go to the thumb here. They are from the thumb, so they go there. Here also we have a tendon in this area, which is the pinky tendon. It's sometimes visible. In my hand it's pretty visible. I will show it to you in a second. You see, this one here is the pinky tendon. So it's a good thing that I have this kind of arms, hands. Here I have some kind of a indentation between some tendons. And yeah, the wrist is also a pretty complicated matter. And yeah, we are doing it also. So the wrist, I like to do it as a box shape. So here flat, here flat, here flat, and here not exactly flat because it has some stuff. And also very important for the wrist, very important. When you see a wrist like this, it's not like flat from here to here flat. No, I like to do it from here and then a little bit down here and then go in this direction. So let's do that a little bit. Let me make it a bit thicker, the wrist. So a little bit down in this area. It's not very pronounced in the real world, but it's you should do it because otherwise it's boring. The wrist became so very much boring. It shouldn't be like this. And also we here have the end of the, I forgot the name of this bone, but one of the two bones on the forearm. And I even forgot the two bones of the forearm, but I didn't have to remember them. This is the bone, this is the ulna, I think. Yeah, this is the ulna. Because it goes to the elbow here. Yeah, let me just draw it for you fast. The ulna is here, it's going like this, and here, for example, will be the elbow. We'll have like this. We'll have like this, and this will be the elbow. Here we'll have the muscles that bend the fingers. In the top we'll have the muscles that extend the fingers and such. So the pinky is here. It will be more inward, and you see the other fingers like this, and the pinky is here. It will go inward, and we will have so many wrinkles in this area. Now we don't have them. Also, this is not good. We have to make it more like this. Okay, let's continue. So here I make just a basic of those wrinkles, just to know that they're there. And I always don't stop looking at my fist. Even if I make a lot of fists, and I will show them to you at some point, I like to look at my fist. My fist is very nice, it's very beautiful, I love my fist, and I like to look at it. So that's why you need to look at your fist too. Love your fist. Just watch it, and yeah. So for these parts here of the knuckles, you see how I do it. First, there's a straight line from here because we have tendons in here. I will show them to you. And then you have a little bit, you see tendons, and then a little bit going upward, and then this knuckle round. And after it goes down, it goes inward a little bit. Can you see that? Let me see. Okay. It goes inward a little bit. I'm showing to you, and then outward. So let me show you. So it's going a little bit up, not too much. I made it a little bit too much, but whatever. And then goes inward in here, and then goes outward a little bit. And this is very tiny, but it contributes to the overall shape and the silhouette of the fist, which is very good. I mean, we have to consider those kind of things. And now I think it will be time, a good time, to make the Dynamesh, because, you know, maybe 77 Dynamesh will be nice for this fist for now. Yes. And now when I have made the Dynamesh, it will be much easier for me to change the shapes and do such stuff. Now, very important thing. Listen carefully. When I clench my fist, yeah, it's an arch here, okay, arch. Then, where are the separations between the fingers and how they look? Let me show you. So, the separation, some people are making them start from this area here, from here down. No, they're not from here. They're from around this area. So, if the fist height is from here to here, this part of the fist, you see, the separation starts from, let me see, okay, from the bottom part of the knuckle. So the knuckle is pretty big, and then we have the separation starts from here. Some people are making it far upward, which is not good. And also notice how when I clench my fist, this is straight and this is curved out. This is curved and this is also curved. You see how it's curved? So let's make this. So straight and starting not from here but from here, straight. Very important. Don't make this line too long, too much upward. It's not good. Let's make this a little bit wider. Then the next will be curved. And the next will be curved too. And those will be curved only if you like to make dynamic fist. If you want to make static fist, it's your choice. I wouldn't do it because I don't like it. But if you have for example, some kind of a task in your work and your manager goes and say, okay, make me a static fist. And you will say, why? This is ugly. Why should I do it? Because we are paying you money to do it. And you will do it, yes. Of course, you will do the static fist. And the static fist will have all of those things straight. So when you look at your fist and you want to make dynamic fist, don't just do this. Squeeze it hard and look at it. And it's amazing what kind of things there are there. You will see. So I will make this like this. Yeah, we have to be very, it's interesting. It's very interesting how this works. But yeah, look at your own fist. Don't think of this video for guide how to make a fist, how to draw, or how to model a fist. This is a guide for you how to watch and what to watch for. I mean, angles, some things compared to other things. You have to watch for all those things. For example, the fingers. When I squeeze my fist, most of those angles here on these knuckles are very sharp angles. Here, in those knuckles, the angles are straight. I mean, straight angle. You see, angle is pretty straight. But here, it's more sharp. So you have to be aware of that. So let's make it sharper in this area. And here it will be, of course, straight. Okay. And now the fist is starting to take a shape. And I kind of start liking it. It's not, of course, the best. And it will never be the best. Except if we spend like maybe 3 or 4 hours on it. But still, we will gonna spend not more than like 1 hour at most. I'm not sure how much, because you know, at most time when I do videos, when I practice for the videos, I kind of see what time it take me to make a fist or a female head or a male head or torso or whatever. I just track the time. Now I haven't tracked it exactly, so I don't know exactly how much time I will need to make it look kind of good. It's now not bad. I mean, yeah, you see, it's not super bad. It has almost everything to be a good fist, but yeah, we need more. So for the thumb here, what I see now as a mistake is from this direction, it's like, what is this? This is impossible. It has to be more straight. So look for your things, I mean like border things. Here it has to be straight. From here it has to be a very nice curve. Here we have to have few very big creases or folds or whatever. Let me see. Okay, yes. Yeah, always looking at my fist, even now, I don't pretend that I know everything about the fist and I can draw a fist from my imagination. Yeah, I can draw a fist from my imagination. It will not be a good fist. I mean, it will be a nice fist because I have practiced, but I don't need to do it. I mean, the best fist I will do will be from watching my fist or other images of fists, which I don't think is necessary. It's the best to look at your own fist, especially if you have nice fist. All right, now let's continue. From this angle, most people that are drawing fists, they will try to draw a fist from this angle. It's like dynamic, it's nice looking, it's cool. It's very cool, yes, I know. So, what we have to look for this angle of the fist? Let's see. Straight line in here, then a little bit of a, knuckle, then straight line in here, and then it's cool. Yes, down, it's cool. Then we will have something like a creases in here because it bends, so it has those I don't know, yes, very difficult to see, but they are there, and you see them in your own fist. From this area here down, we'll have this kind of a drumstick here, which is, fat. And then, those fingers are more upward because they stuck in here. They touch this drumstick and they stop. They cannot go further in this direction. You see? So, but those two fingers, the pinky and the index finger, they can go down. That's why they just go much more down, because they are touching this part here, which is smaller and more downward. You see? Here, drumstick, and this, oops, yeah. So, the other thing, I told you straight line and straight line, okay, but here it's like not straight line, and then we have the nail around this area, and then we have this. And this part, you see how this is thin, and then goes fat in here, and we have a crease, big crease in here, and then we have a little bit of this, and then creases all around in this area. Here we have at least two, and then creases in here that are going. I noticed that those creases are mostly pointing to around this area. Those creases, all of them, kind of. If you notice them, if you see, I cannot show you. It's difficult, very difficult. But see at your own hand, all of those creases are pointing at around the index finger. Here also. So yeah, this is the fist. Let's continue working on it. The thumb is not good yet. We have to work a lot more for it to become better. But it's starting to look kind of nice. So dynamic is very important for the fist, in my opinion, and for everything. And fist as a whole is a lot of information squeezed into a boxy shape. But the shape is boxy if you make it boxy. Otherwise, it will not be a boxy shape. It will be a nice dynamic shape. Here we have a very complex kind of a creases and stuff, kind of a folds. Everything is packed together. Everything is... but you know what I mean. When you squeeze your finger, you exactly know what I mean. Here, of course, is too bad looking yet, because here is very, very, very complicated. I mean, when I say very, 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 it means it's very complicated. Yes. So, let's see how we can do it. For example, to get rid of the complex thing a little bit, we have to do this. So from the knuckle downward, and a little bit like an arch, and goes to the thumb, like this. This is the basic form of this. Then we will have inside, we'll have the finger itself, then it will crease. So this is the finger. It will have a crease in here, then it will have a very long, because it's super bent here, the most bent it can get. And then we have another one. So it's a little bit like a cross shape in here. But you have to know that this thickness here is bigger than the normal thickness of the thumb of the finger, because it's squeezed now. Everything is squeezed and everything became, I mean, the fat layers are going a little bit outward. And for example, here we'll have this kind of a pinch. Here also we'll have a little bit, but we have to be careful from the front. This is not that visible. We have to be a little bit more careful. We'll have, most of the time, we'll have this kind of a little bit of a tendon visible in here. When we squeeze our finger, we'll have this tendon going a bit. Yes? Okay. Alright, it's kind of starting to take shape. It's not, I mean, of course, like I always say, it's not perfect. It will never be perfect. It will be acceptable at the end. It's even acceptable now, as you can tell, more probably. Except if you are very, very picky, then probably you can say that we have a lot of mistakes. And yes, we have a lot of mistakes, but still, it's kind of good. Let's continue. Okay. We can make some kind of things in here. I'm not completely happy with the result yet. But since I'm doing it fast, it's, yeah, it's pushing me a little bit. But still, what we can do it, those knuckles are not that sharp here. Not that sharp in here. Also here it's more sharp. This, when I see my finger, you see how this is sharp here. So from this angle, we probably should make it sharper. And those kind of little things, when you just watch them and try to make them, at some point, the overall form will start to look nice. Here for me was, especially in the beginning, first times when I do it, this area here with the skin was very, very complicated. And I was like, wow, I cannot do it. But, you know, when I started to think about it, and when I started to look, and when I practiced it, I started to be more confident. So we'll have one of this thing here, and it will go inward, and it will lose itself. And here we'll have another one, and this will be a skin creases here, big ones, and then we'll have maybe another one in here. And yeah, we don't have a resolution yet to make this exactly good, but it's kind of happening. Also, don't forget to make this bulge. You see this bulge in here. Yes, this bulge. You see, we have the knuckle, and behind it we have some meat. Then we have this bulge. And then we have inward, and then the bulge of the thumb. So let's push this inward to make those bulges, but try to make those bulges where they have to be. And yeah, of course, I don't expect this fist video to be a super best seller or whatever. It's not seller because it's free, but still, yeah, not many people want to make fists, you know. Yeah, many people want to make, obviously, female head, and this is my most watched video. But the fists, probably it will be like, yeah, few people would want to watch it. But still, I think this video is helpful because I'm trying to tell you how important it is to look at references, to look at your own body parts if you can. For example, of course, if you make a head, it's good to have a mirror near you and just watch some stuff, because, you know, you're making something. Head, hand, whatever, feet. You're making something and it doesn't look right. And if you compare it to some real thing, you will see what exactly is wrong with it. Or at least you will see some things that are wrong with it, because you can never see everything wrong. I mean, Maybe if you are very experienced old artist, it shouldn't be old. I mean, experienced, it's enough. Because old and experienced, it's not always the same thing. Some people are very experienced and young because they just practiced a lot, and practice is the key every time. So let me show you. I promised to show you those tendons here, tendons here. So this is going here, this tendon is going here, and they're all going into the wrist almost at one point. This is going here, and this is going in this area, like this. And when we have those tendons, we know where they are, we can make the planes, you know. So one plane is containing almost everything from this area to the tendon of the middle finger, and then the other plane is for the others. Don't ever make the tendons visible too much in the wrist area, because they're covered by some fascia and stuff, and they are not visible. They're most visible in the front here, but when we make a fist, they're not that visible. They are visible more when we open our hand. You see, opening hand, they are kind of visible, but when we fist, not that much. I mean, we can see some stuff, we can see some indentation in here, for example, like this, but it's smoother. It's not supposed to be super huge. This area is a little bit difficult here also. There are a lot of things going on in here, which we have to do. Yeah, you know, when I say we have to do it, I mean that if you want your fist to be better than your previous fist that you have made, you have to push it a little bit further. You have to make a little bit more realistic folds and stuff. You cannot get away with the same thing that you have done all over and over again. You have to think about how to improve your game every time. If you start thinking about that, when I was young, I was like, okay, it resembles a fist, it's good, it's perfect. Let me show you to the public. No, this is not the way. You have to be more picky about your own work. You have to say, okay, this fist is good. Yes, for my level, if you think about this, if you think for my level this is a perfect fist, it's not gonna work. You have to think about, okay, for every level, is this a good fist? No. Okay, continue working on it, continue improving on it. Because yes, it could be better if you spend a little bit more time on it. It could be better every time you spend a little bit more time on it. You will just fix the shape of those knuckles here, make them a knuckles because now they are just things. Make them just look more like a knuckles. You see, when we fist our hand, when we make a fist, from the front view, all the fingers look fatter because they are squeezed inside, and this part of the fingers is pushing at the back of the fingers, and they become fatter. Like this, no, like this, fat. I mean, like thicker. So we have to think about this too. We have to think about a lot of things, and the fist is kind of anatomy of its own. And the time that we have spent here, almost 40 minutes now, to make this fist is not enough. It's completely not enough, but I think you have started to get the point. You have started to kind of realize what it takes to make a fist, that it's not one of the easiest things that you can make. I mean, even arm itself could be easier sometimes, maybe. The fist is very, very complicated. So don't make fists. That's my idea. Yeah, of course, make fists, make everything. Everybody needs to improve. I need to improve too, because I don't like this fist now, for example. We have a lot more to go for this fist, but I don't think that video should be longer than an hour. So let's make it an hour and let's see what we can make for an hour. And yeah, let's increase the resolution a little bit, like double. And let's make those creases here better. Let's inflate them so they look more like real ones. Let's make this kind of thing. And the shapes, they are, yeah, I cannot teach you about all of the things. I can teach you about certain things, about the basics, and then you should go ahead and from there look at your own fist, look at the creases, the folds, and the shape of the knuckles and everything. And yeah, it will come. If you want to make the perfect fist, you will be able to. You just have to make a lot of fists, and every fist should be better than the previous one. And at some point you will be able to make maybe the perfect fists. Of course, you will spend like 2 or 3 hours or more on one fist just to make it as perfect as possible. I think it's completely plausible. It's pretty good. I mean, I don't know why someone should want to do that, because with a little bit of exercise you can make a very decent fist. For example, like this one. This is not the perfect fist in any case. It's just decent. We just need to spend more time sculpting it, because this is a sculpture. We don't have symmetry here. We don't have everything. This is kind of almost like traditional sculpture we are doing here. A little bit easier because we have Control Z and we can not get our hands dirty. That's the things that are good. But still, it's kind of similar in the way of we're making it without symmetry. And most other things, like for example the face, most of the face you can do with symmetry. And the face is not easy in any way, of course, but it's kind of easier than the fist, even, I may say. Of course, it's very subjective. I guess that some people can make very good faces and very bad fists because they haven't practiced fists. They've practiced faces. And I'm sure there are a lot of people like this. I've seen a lot of very good face artists. They make a lot of famous people and they make them perfectly. I cannot make them that way. But their hands, the hands that they make, they are not very nice. And if they make a fist, it will be worse than this one, most likely. But that's about practice. I'm not saying I'm better artist than them. I've practiced the fist more than them. That's absolutely for sure. Because who needs to practice fist? Yeah, it's not kind of a. I just like the fist, you know. You saw me. I kissed my fist, so it's. I like the fist. Why? I don't know. It's kind of a very intriguing shape. It's like no other shape in the female. Yeah, in the female body too. It's a shape that it's on female body too. When a female make the fist. The fist. Don't make the fist. Like the fist. Okay, the thumb is not exactly straightly like this. Yeah, I should work more for it. And yeah, basically on those fists that I will show you just after a few minutes, I spent probably hour and a half on each, maybe. I'm not sure exactly how much time I spent, but I spent a lot. It's not like, okay, fist, very nice for half an hour. Very difficult. I mean, for half an hour to make a decent fist, it will mean you have to practice much more than I do. Maybe I made like those fists here and few more on other files. But not more than that. So I've made like 10 or 12 fists, which is not enough to make a perfect fist for half an hour. It's enough to make a nice fist for an hour. And also explain and draw on it, which is, yeah, of course, it takes a little bit time to explain and draw. Let's make this nail a little bit better looking. It's a very important part of the fist, by the way. And if it looks bad, it will make the whole fist look bad. So the nail here, since it's very much visible from the front, it's a very important part of the fist. And it's a good detail that we can add very quickly, and very easily we will have a good result. As you can see, straight line, and here like angular line or something like this. I'm always using the inflate brush, by the way, and yeah, I'm not saying too much about ZBrush and brushes here because this is not about it. This is about the fist, about the anatomy of the fist, about learning how to draw or model things from reference, not about ZBrush. ZBrush is just a tool. You can, of course, learn ZBrush. I have a course if you like my way of teaching, which I don't think you should like it, but if you kind of like it, you can always check out my courses. The promo is on my channel. I have an anatomy course too, but it's not about fists. My anatomy course is for female anatomy and male anatomy too. It's not just about female, it's about male anatomy too. So if you want to learn anatomy, not fist, you can check out the course of... And the courses are paid. They're like up to $20 price. It's not too much. But yeah, this video is not about that. This video is about the fist. And the fist is the hardest thing to do. No, it's not the hardest, but it's very, very satisfying to make a good fist. When I do my fists, and they kind of became good, when I practice, of course. I don't do fist every day, but sometimes I do. In my work, sometimes I had to do a fist, and it's very satisfying when you do a good one. But obviously 1 hour is not exactly enough to make it as good as I want to make it. Although, as you can see, it's not the worst fist at all. It's looking pretty nice. But it has, I mean, if I had more like 1 hour more, I could make it much better. But I don't want to make this video too long. It will be unwatchable. So, yeah. Even 1 hour video is too much to watch. I mean, when I made my courses, I make them like 20-minute videos. It's much more better. Much more better. Yeah, my English is the best, as you can see. So it's much better for 20 minutes to just watch 20 minutes and then rest. And then when you want, just watch another 20 minutes and then just rest. So here we have skin that it's layer over layer a little bit. And it's pretty hard. But if you spend time and be meticulous about it, you'll be able to do it, I'm sure. I haven't been able to do it in this video exactly, but probably in some other videos. No, I wouldn't make another video about the fist. I mean, it's no use. This is enough, I think, for the basics of the fist. And if someone wants to make better fist, they can just make a better fist. That's all. That's just about it. You have to just work, practice. I always say practice, and everybody say practice. And when I was young, and I heard some tutors and people just saying practice more, I was like, those people don't know what they're talking about. Why should I practice? I just watch something and then I will learn, but not exactly. Yes, when I was thinking about my works there, then, I was not that critical as I'm now. Now, especially with ArtStation and everybody doing such great works, I'm super critical about mine. And I'm always like, this is not exactly, so let's continue doing it. And I'm spending more time, I'm more careful, I detail more, and yeah, it's paid off because I'm a better artist now. And hopefully I will be a better artist next year and a year after that. Hopefully. Because my plan is to teach people in this channel and in my also courses. I plan to teach people, and in order to teach them I have to be good. I don't have a right to be not good. I have to be good. So here I'm trying to make this kind of a plane. Here a little bit. And this kind of a straight line in here also, to establish them better. Because those are the things here also like this. Those are the things that make the fist look more dynamic and nice. And probably this should be it for the fist, because it's too much time now. Let's see. Okay, yeah, 15 minutes it's enough. I think it's enough. So in this video we are not using references except for our own fist, my own fist I'm using. You probably should also, while watching this video, to watch your own fist, but I probably will tell you that about that in the beginning of the video. And we have 2 tendons in here. They are not 2, they are just about 3 tendons probably. And from the side view you see how this and this is inward, like, you know. And probably when I watch this video I will see a lot of mistakes I made, but overall I'm kind of happy about this fist. For the time that it took me to do it, it's fine. Let me show you the other fists. So let's show everything. Let's explode it. Expose. It's exposed, but I say explode. So those are the fists I made before. They are kind of similar. They're not super different from this one. And this one is one of the good ones, so it's fine. Yeah, the first one is, you see, it's I haven't spent too much time on it. It's not that refined. This one is good, but it has some mistakes. This one is better. It's more dynamic. It's kind of better. So yeah, this is the last one that I made in this video. Hopefully you like it, and yeah, as they say, subscribe and stuff. Probably nobody will look this video up to this point, so yeah, I can say whatever I want. I can say like, I can say subscribe, although I don't completely love when people do that. I watch a lot of TechTube videos, Mr. Who's the Boss, I watch Unbox Therapy, I watch a lot of those things. Just, I like technology. And when they say a subscribe will be extraordinary, it's like, I don't completely like it, you know. So if you don't subscribe, it will be okay. I don't care that much. Not that I don't care. I care. I like to have subscribers. It's not that I'm making money from YouTube. I'm not making money from YouTube. I have very little number of subscribers, like 16,000 now. And I can make some money out of it, but I chose not to. So none of my videos will have ads on it. I make money from my courses. I sell them and I make money. The promos of my courses are in my channel, so you can watch them. If you like them, you can, of course, choose your course. Up to the making of this video, I have only 2 courses. Not too much, but they are pretty nice. I mean, they are courses for a lot of people can find for themselves nice. Beginner ZBrush course and anatomy, female anatomy course. Okay, that's all. Thank you and bye for now, till the next video, which will be probably about my current tablet that I'm using. It will be interesting, so yeah, bye for now.